All right. Welcome to About That Ender, Mr. Jordan Bunnell.
Thanks for having me, man.
Fantastic. Just before we start, I need to preface by saying you are one of my favorite humans on planet Earth, just so you know.
Dude, likewise, man.
I know we're going to start it out getting all sappy, but legit, the two guys in this room right here, I've probably known you guys longer than anybody else in my life, and two of my favorite people on planet Earth.
Dude, appreciate that,
So,
man.
all right, we're going to get into it. So we were just watching some of your Instagram clips. You can follow him at Jordan Bunnell. It's with 2 L's.
Oh, yeah. 2 N's, 2 L's, like a
Bunnell.
like meat cannelloni. It's like this Italian dish.
Like what?
Meat cannelloni.
I have no idea what that is.
It's like Italian kind of crepe stuffed with ricotta Italian sausage.
See, you're all fancy and shit. You used to work at a restaurant, so you know how to cook fancy shit, huh?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Do you? We're gonna go off on a tangent. Since you worked at a restaurant, which one did you worked at? A couple of restaurants, right?
Yeah.
Which ones?
I worked at Rubino's, like a small Italian place, and then Chili's and Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake Factory. Okay, so Chili's, that's good food, but pretty standard shit.
Yeah, no, pretty standard.
Cheesecake Factory, getting into some fancy shit, and
Yeah,
Rubino's, is that like legit Italian? Is that where you learned how to like cook like the?
Yeah, it's pretty legit Italian. It's like smaller Italian, but owned by.
So do you take those cooking
Italians.
skills? Do you like make dishes that you used to make
Sometimes I
at
do.
the restaurants?
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
Your girl
Like-
gets all happy, like, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, no. Living on my own, I've realized that dishes do add up a lot more, though. Versus at the restaurant, I could just,
Yeah, that little scoop of this or that, you got to go buy a whole thing of it at the store. So
Exactly.
that shit's like $7 just by itself, and you're only gonna you just need like a little bit. Like, fuck.
yeah, and then just clean up. I think,
Oh,
like the
jeez.
first year, like when I moved out, I was just cooking so much, and now I'm like, ooh, I'm like,
I don't want
dishes.
to deal with the aftermath. Fuck that.
Exactly. I was working at Fixins too for a little bit before
Fixins, that's soul food, right?
Yes,
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah. Which brings us right into what I wanted to talk about first. Your new venture. So you no longer are in the kitchen. You're no longer working for anybody else, right?
Nope, not at this moment.
100% working for yourself.
Yes.
All right. So tell me about, take me back from the beginning. Like, tell me how, I mean, I know a little bit, but we've both been super busy in the last, year or two. So take me back from the beginning, like when it started, when you got the idea, and then how.
Well, I was going to ARC kind of part-time, taking some culinary classes, and I ended up actually graduating with a diploma from there. And
In what?
in culinary
Culinary?
arts, hospitality management.
Sick.
And, I love cooking. I was going to get a full degree, but I'm not very good at normal school. I was taking some normal classes at first, and it was just struggling, and
Yeah.
wasn't staying very interested. And my neighbor actually is the one who got me into the screen printing. I was looking to help my friend Zach Dines, who he does graphic design. We were looking to kind of make some apparel, and I was looking into how we could get apparel made. And I knew my neighbor did screen printing. Wasn't really sure what it was, but he was actually getting out of it, and so he sold me some old equipment. When I was looking to get a quote, I was like, "Hey, could you help us out?" He's like, "Actually, you want to take this equipment off me?" And
Worked out for both of you, huh?
yeah, I was like, "Hey, why not?" And it seemed like it'd be cool to get into, and then.
Do you still have that equipment now, or did you upgrade?
I still do have it actually in the
Sick.
shop. It's still sitting in there right now.
So
But
keep it. Don't let it go.
Don't let it go.
No, dude, it's your first one. Because
Right.
It's like, it's nostalgia.
Right.
I mean, unless you need the money to sell it. But anyways, carry on.
Yeah, no, I got the equipment from him, and I started kind of just doing it on the side. I got it at the end of 2017, kind of beginning 2018. And I just started kind of trying to figure out what it was all about. I didn't know too much. I didn't really know what screen printing was before he kind of explained what it was. And then,
So did he show you kind of just the ropes, like kind of how to use it?
yeah, exactly.
And then,
yeah.
And then YouTube videos?
YouTube is the best thing ever. YouTube's the best.
I've learned so much on YouTube.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
He did Sacktown Tourneys, like a softball tournament, and then they used to print their own apparel for that. And so, and he's a paramedic as well. So when I first started, I was just printing shirts for free for his EMTs, and then some for the Sacktown Tourneys, just to get some experience with it, because I was messing up shirts and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And and from there it just kind of was, just doing it on the side because I was working at a restaurant at the time, and that's kind of how it started off. And then
And you were doing it all set up in your parents' garage, right?
correct, yep.
Shout out
just
to your folks. They're rad.
Oh yeah, they if they didn't give me that space, I wouldn't have been able to take in that equipment. So I was stoked.
Yeah.
And then yeah, around the pandemic, I was starting to do it a little bit more, getting more into it, because the first couple years I was mainly just kind of figuring it out and learning how to print.
Fucking shit up.
So many mistakes, so many mistakes, but it's all part of the process, you know.
Yeah.
Just like with skating and with anything, you know.
Yeah, with anything for
You
sure.
know, I feel like if you're not making mistakes, you know, you're probably not trying.
Yeah.
You know.
And then so you just started picking up like little orders. How'd you get going, like actually making money?
Yeah. In the beginning, I was pretty nervous to actually print an order for anybody because
you were fucking up so much shit.
yeah, and well, like just figuring out how to make the screens, how to burn the images into the screen.
Yeah.
That was a big part of the.
It seems pretty complicated.
Yeah, it's a little back and forth. You kind of like, depending what you use to expose your screens, you kind of have to figure out what works best for your exposure unit.
Yeah.
Or some people just use a light. Some people just use a straight light from above and just expose like that. Maybe take a little longer, but there's a lot of different ways people do it. But yeah, that was probably the most hardest part, learning that. And then once I started figuring that out, I was like, okay, maybe I could do this for people now. And then I started posting about it kind of on Instagram and getting a little bit here and there, but it was so minor in the beginning. I didn't know if it would actually be something that I could do full time, or, you know, or if I was, you know, going to be ready to do full time too. Cause like,
so scary.
yeah, exactly. I was like, you know, you want to be able to survive and pay your bills and everything. Mm-hmm. So, the pandemic's kind of what pushed that, actually.
Because the restaurant kind of stopped. You stopped getting hours, or
exactly.
what?
Yeah, they furloughed me at the restaurant.
Yeah,
which, you know, it sounded like they might bring me back, but I was a pretty, like, they had a lot of people that had been working there for a long time, and I had just been working there about 4 months.
Yeah,
and so I was like, I don't even know if they're going
And
to.
that was at the soul food place, right?
Right. Yeah.
And you were like the one white dude that worked there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they were cool. But yeah, I mean, when I first started, it was like definitely different environment, just with cooking and different type of food. I've never really cooked very much soul food, so it was cool to get to be in
Learn
that.
Yeah.
And everyone there was always super cool, and, you know, you work hard, and, you know, people are awesome.
Yeah.
But it's definitely stressful, super busy all the time. And I was like, man,
Restaurants are, wherever you're at in a restaurant, it's stressful.
no, totally, yeah. But I liked it. I enjoyed it. But yeah, when I got furloughed, I started printing more. And a couple months before it, I was starting to actually get more consistent orders.
How were you? How were you advertising? Like, how were you getting those orders?
Mainly Instagram.
Instagram.
Instagram helped a lot, and then kind of Facebook and word of mouth.
Were you doing like ads, or were you just posting stuff?
I think in the very beginning, I don't think I did any ads, because my content, I was like too nervous to actually like do a paid ad, because I was like, I don't know if I should do a paid ad yet.
Right.
But it was mainly, just kind of posting about it. And then I got a couple people, and then word of mouth from that helped a little bit.
Sick. Yeah. Referrals are always awesome.
Oh yeah. Referrals are the best.
Yeah. Okay. And so you started getting a fair amount of orders, and then when did you decide to get into a space?
Well, during the time when I was furloughed, I was really nervous, honestly, with just everything, because I didn't know, because of everything was shutting down, you know, all the notices were going. I was like, I think we were all kind of like watching the news, like, what's going on?
Holding our breath a little bit.
Yeah, because it was just, you know, it seemed like an apocalypse was about to go down, to the whole everything with the stores.
Am I going to even need money anymore?
Yeah, I was packing a backpack. Like, I had a to-go bag ready to go for a while, because I was like, I don't know what's about to go down. Mm-hmm. But yeah, people, surprisingly, it wasn't really businesses so much. It was mainly people starting clothing brands. So a lot of people, which was really cool to see. Like, people were trying to start their own clothing, trying to, you know, and I was getting actually more business at that time than I was getting before. And so I was like, okay, maybe this could work. And then I think it was in April is when I started being like, okay, this is actually kind of taking off, because I was getting more and more requests, and I think I had about 10 orders at a time, and that's when I was like, okay, like, I was new to taking in that many, so just trying to manage all of it, I was like, whoa. But I was also excited, because I was like, it was keeping me busy. I wasn't watching the news too much. I mean,
when you find yourself working like a full, 10, 12 hours on something that's yours, it's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, me, I like to stay busy, so I was just happy to stay busy during that time, because I know being at home was just gonna like drive me more crazy, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, with all the lockdowns and everything, like, everything was so limited. It was nice to be able to have something to spend time doing for sure.
Right on. Yeah.
So
And
I was stoked.
yeah, and to have a business flourish during a time, you know, when we hear everybody's like shutting down.
Yeah, that's what it was. Very thankful for.
Pretty fortunate. Yeah.
I was so thankful. And to be able to help other people, like I was stoked because, you know, some of the clients I was working with, I could tell were out of work trying to do something too. And so seeing them also flourish,
Yeah.
it was just kind of like, I don't know. it
Helping
felt good.
somebody else with their hustle.
Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
know, like, you know, trying to hook them up and bring their, you know.
No, I totally get that because I do a little bit of that too, where somebody comes to me with a product or an idea or a service, something, and they're like, I need a video for this. And I can, you know, make them something that accurately portrays their business and that they're like hella stoked on. They see the video and they're like, dude, this is going to be so good for us. We're going to be able to do this and this with it, you know.
Marketing and yeah, being a filmer is so awesome because you know, you bring what people are just doing to like, whoa, everyone can see it now, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty rad. I'm working on a few things right now that I got a fair amount of praise. I went and shot something yesterday that my client had me shoot. She's a realtor and she wanted some shots of her doing her like broker meeting with all her fellow or agents that work for her.
Oh, wow.
And she, you know, introduced me and just talked me up for a good minute and made me feel pretty good. Just like, I mean, she's like uber successful and like talked about how like she owes a fair amount of success to the media that I've given her, you know, because the videos and the photos do a lot for realtors, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you see realtors post like amazing pictures, like I mean the ones that post the nice houses, of course.
Well, pictures, but
you know?
mostly video.
And the videos, yes.
The agents that do the video with me actually talk a lot about how much it elevates their game, because I mean, multiple times so far in my career, I've had an agent be like, "Oh, I sent that video to a buyer in the Bay Area, and they put an offer down without even having to come down."
Wow.
Because they just were able to see the whole house and it looked so cool that they were like, boom, I want that one.
Now, during the
like,
pandemic, I'm sure that even probably escalated more because I remember even hearing in real estate, like there was like
going crazy.
Tours were shut down. They were doing self-tours. And
going crazy because every agent now needed a way to show off the house without getting into the house. So they all went to the agent in their office. Hey, who's doing video in here? Oh, that guy's doing video. Hey, who does your video? And then now I'm having like multiple agents call me from referrals, and then agents that normally are like, oh, I normally only have need for photos. Now they're like, hey, can you add a video? Can I upgrade my package to video?
That's cool.
Yes.
You're like, yes, upgrade it all the way.
Sure, you could double the price of it. No problem. I don't mind at all.
Oh, of course. That's awesome. Word of mouth, I'm sure with the real estate, that probably is very helpful.
That's what I mean. Like somebody will go, you know, because there's a brokerage where multiple agents are working in one office together, and usually a few of them will be super successful and the others will be kind of trying, you know. And so the ones that are trying will like go to the successful ones and be like, hey, how do you advertise? Oh, you do video? Who's your video? Can I get your video guy's number? And then boom, I've got like 2 more clients in that same office because I did a video or some videos with this like high producing agent, and then all the ones underneath them will try to emulate what they're doing.
Right. Yeah.
And
because they want to sell too.
And that's where I come in. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So
that's awesome, man.
COVID actually was really good for my business. The first 2 weeks it happened, everything got shut down. All my appointments got canceled. And then real estate agents got reclassified as essential workers. And so all my business, like everybody came back and rescheduled those appointments. And then, and then some, and then some, and then some. And I haven't really stopped. Been going.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome because I remember when you were first getting into filming back at
yeah, dude, you've been around my entire career, really. We've been friends throughout because we met at Epic. For those of people who don't know our history, you were on the team. You were on the team at Epic. Last episode we just had Lucas in here, who was also
so awesome.
Your partner in crime. We talked a little bit about you on the episode, where you two were at the age where you were old enough for me to like talk to you guys and hang out with you guys, but young enough for me to be annoyed by you guys.
Right. Yeah, we were at that like that preteen teenager.
And you were at Epic the most. You two were just there, the most out of anybody on the team, really. So, and you in particular, because you lived right down the road.
Yeah, I lived right down the road.
So
it was like daycare.
You were literally like
Just
every
there every
day.
day.
I mean, I don't think there was a day where you weren't there, and if there was, you were like sick or some hurt or some shit.
Yeah, definitely got hurt a few times.
A few times.
But
you, yeah, that's how we know each other. And you fucking shredded that place. You were such a fucking, dude, such a good skater there.
I appreciate it.
I mean, you're still a good skater. In fact, you've developed into even better skater. I mean, some of the shit you do now, dude.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. I think
it's crazy.
I had to get used to when Epic first shut down. I remember having to get a lot more used to skating concrete parks.
Way different.
Because I would skate, I would skate concrete parks, good amount, but it was mainly skating Epic with certain tricks.
Yeah.
There were certain tricks, kind of doing
Reverts.
like some of the revert tricks or certain transition tricks. I remember I was like, ooh, I got to take this on concrete now.
Well, yeah, and I mean, you were so good at the bowl, and I mean, I didn't skate it too much, but you were so good at the bowl that I assume the approach to the coping on that wood was way different than on concrete, because concrete's so grippy.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas like on the Epic wood, you could kind of just slide out of tricks and kind of float.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like get squirrely and be okay.
Yeah.
Whereas like on concrete, you grab a little bit and you're.
Yeah, you got to be able to run out for sure.
Yeah. Or just be much lighter on your feet to be able to kind of power slide through shit.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas at Epic, you could kind of just stomp through shit and just roll it out.
No, yeah, totally.
You just land
Totally.
everything and be okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so speaking of which, I wanted to look at some of these Instagram clips. I don't know if you guys can see.
Oh yeah, we filmed that.
Who's in this one? What we got?
So, I'm on the left, and then we got my friend Mason in the middle, and then my friend Kenny Kitchens.
Why don't you go? Oh, what's up, Kenny? I like Kenny. Well, whose ramp is this?
Oh, this is at Mason Sunley's. He's a part of the Back from Hell MC motorcycle club.
Oh, and they got a mini ramp in there?
Yeah, that's actually near Mather area.
Wow.
And it's a
dude, it looks fun. It looks mellow.
Yeah, I think they're starting to do skate nights.
What's up? Let me know.
Yeah, I think maybe Sunday nights, but I don't know if he might be changing the night soon. He was talking about.
Well, let me know. Let me know if you're heading up there to skate. Let me know.
Yeah, it's a fun ramp.
That mini ramp looks super fun.
It's fun.
Oh, your lovely lady.
Oh yeah.
Vanessa, she's got an awesome thing going, little side hustle, right?
Yeah. She started doing that. I think she was doing it before the pandemic had begun, but it was something for her also to be able to kind of stay busy and start doing more during when everything was all shut down. Yeah,
and it's called Just Planty Things.
Planty Things.
And she does these awesome little like yarn or twine balls.
They're like moss balls. Yeah,
they're like plants
Japanese kind of style.
Plants growing out of them.
Yeah.
She gave one to my wife. It looks really cool.
Yeah, they're awesome, and they're sustainable, biodegradable eventually too. If you like put it in a pot, you could even grow it in a pot.
Oh, sick.
But yeah, they're made to hang, and she makes them out of moss, and then she wraps them with twine, and then she can put a lot of different things survive in them. The houseplants are a little trickier to survive in, but the succulent and the cactus, and they grow great.
Yeah, and here she is at what is some kind of like some fair selling her stuff.
Yeah.
So my wife actually just started her own business too, Stay Rooted Designs.
Yes.
Doing landscape design and succulent arrangements, things like that. And she heard about this fair from your lady and is actually going out there.
Oh yeah, we saw that. Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Everybody, we're all starting our own thing. That was one cool thing about COVID is they kind of shut all our stuff down and forced us to like find a side hustle.
Honestly, yeah, or just stay bored at home.
I mean, I already had a side hustle going on, but I see a lot of my friends and peers starting to do their own thing and branch out and try to like make money on their own. And I'm always a proponent of working for yourself, because making money for somebody else is cool, but
right,
it's making money for somebody else.
Right, totally. And when you're a part of certain organizations, it's cool to be a part of stuff with other people for sure. But when you do work for yourself, it is a fulfilling. Yeah,
and when you do things with other people, it should be a collaboration. It shouldn't necessarily be you're working to build their dream.
Exactly.
You should be using your dream to help them build. You know what I mean? Like, if you're like, for me, I work for people to build their dreams with video and stuff, but I'm doing my dream as well.
Right.
You know what I mean, same thing with you, where maybe screen printing isn't necessarily your dream, but you're working for yourself. it's your own shit. And I know like that's what you want to do is you want to have your own thing, you know, and whatever that may be, fucking do it.
Right. No, yeah. I've always loved just the, you know, creative culture and then kind of do it yourself culture, you know, from being a skateboarder, building skate spots and kind of just creating your own things. I love screen printing because you can kind of do that same thing.
Yeah.
You can create your own thing and you can also express it for other people as well, you know?
Yeah, dude, screen printing is cool. There's a lot of options to make money there, a lot of options to do things. So here's a cool clip of you just cruising over at Tanzanite in the bowl. I think this is a great representation of really how skillful you are in the transition. There's a lot of switch tricks. There's a lot of things that you do that the average person will miss because you're real tech with it.
Appreciate that, man.
I mean, for me, I'm not a tranny skater, so half the shit you do, I can't even tell you what the name of it is. You know what I mean? Like half the twisty grinds you fucking do, I'm like, that looked really cool. I can't tell you what the fuck that was called, but it looked really cool. I think it was switch, but I don't really know.
Yeah, man, skating's fun. I love skating. I probably skate more in transition these days, but I still love skating street whenever I have chance.
Transition's a little less impact.
Right.
How old are you now?
24.
24, yeah. So as your number grows, you'll want the impact much less.
No, yeah, definitely.
I mean, I wish I could skate. Oh, there we go. 25. That was your 24th birthday.
Yeah.
And here's a picture of the front of your location. I'm so proud of you, by the way.
Dude, thank you, man.
I wanted to throw that out there. I know I got sappy in the beginning, but I'm going to get sappy again. Like legit, like, you know, you were a dopey little Grom. And I've watched, and we were all dopey Groms. Don't take that as an insult, but you were a dopey little Grom that I've watched develop into a successful man. And that's like, I'm fucking so proud that you have your own fucking location, signs and shit out front. I mean,
Dude, appreciate it, man.
You know, you've been doing this for a good minute now, so it's fair to say that it's not a fluke.
No, I hope not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, the first couple months you're always on edge. You're like, "Ooh, I hope I can pay rent this month, and I hope I'm good.
Yeah,
I hope I
totally,
make enough to make this work." And then each month that passes, that you keep making rent, you're like, "Okay,
Yeah, no,
okay,
definitely.
okay," you know. And then it just keeps growing and growing. So I'm very proud to see where you've come and where you're heading. It's very exciting for me,
Dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm thankful for everyone who's supported, you know, Bun Prints. I used to be called Biz Prints at first. But when I went to try to get the website name, they wanted like 100,000 for it. Some people owned it. And I was like, I can't get the website name. I wanted to have, you know, be able to at least have like the website. So I'm like,
I like Bun Prints a lot better.
You know, yeah. So I was like, you know what, maybe try to switch it up.
I mean, it has a cool logo and everything. So if you can't see it, his logo right there on the shirt. Oh, yeah. BUNN Bun Prints, and it's like a little bunny with sunglasses on.
Yep. Shout out Zach for helping me with that one.
Dude, it's sick. It's clever. And for people who who see it and then figure out, you know, like know what your name is, they're like, oh, that's clever. You know, I like it.
Some people, when they hear Bun Prints, I feel like they think of like buns, like butt, or they'll think of like burger buns, you know? I'm like, man.
Oh, but, like you print stuff on buns? Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's like custom hamburger buns. Ooh, I could get my face on the top of a hamburger bun? Dude, that's cool.
Could be a design concept.
Talk about styling at the next barbecue, man. What you know about these buns?
What you know about these buns? Hey, man. Honestly.
I look at you wearing a purple gold shirt.
Yep. Purple gold, man.
Yeah, like that. What did you just do there? That was like a feeble 270. Is that what that?
It was like
half cab.
I think it's like backside 270 Smith, 270 fakie.
Yeah. See, it took you longer to say it than it did to actually do the trick.
The dad and the daughter came through for that shot though.
And then you're doing like switch grabs just pumping out of the bowl with some switch grabs.
Yeah.
Get out of here, bro. Who are you?
I think when I first started skating, I was Mongo.
Really?
I'm not afraid to say it.
When you first started, you pushed Mongo? Your brother didn't slap you?
Oh, yeah, that's the reason I stopped being Mongo.
Good job,
Dylan. When I'd go skating with them, he'd be like, all right, on the way there, you got to like try not to push Mongo. Like when we would skate to the spots, you know? And I'd be like, all right.
You got to try not to push Mongo. Don't embarrass me.
Whenever I needed to get speed, though, like it took me a little bit to get out of it. But I think it helps for skating switch.
I still push Mongo switch.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
But that's like style, though. That's like...
Dude, I'm from the 90s.
90s, yeah. I was going to say that's like 90s style.
But I do just for for a little to save a little face, I'll put my foot kind of like in the middle, not like all the way in the back.
Okay.
And then like I'll push, and then do like a little hop, like a little hop back to go on switch. So I'm not like pushing like full Mongo.
Right.
I'm kind of
right.
just like kind of pushing.
You're like halfway in between, like halfway like that baggies 90s style, like.
Well, it's hard, dude.
Gangster.
And when I was growing up, that didn't fucking like if you were going switch, you just push Mongo.
Honestly,
like,
I still see.
push.
I feel like when I watch like Stevie Williams footage or people like
You push Mongo.
yeah, people still yeah.
If you're gonna switch, it's okay. Like that's your push foot.
Exactly.
Like, what do you mean push with the other foot? Why would I do that?
And then you're hopping over like picnic table switch, so it's like all right.
Yeah, and as long as you do something cool afterwards.
Right.
That's the only time. Like you gotta put if you push Mongo, you gotta do something cool afterwards.
Right.
But yeah, dude. Yeah, growing up, it just there was no switch push, and lately, these days I have practiced a switch push, and I can kind of do a switch push, but it's really ugly. It's like
Really?
slow and like all like standing straight up and shit.
Yeah, I hear you. No, totally.
I don't mind pushing.
I wonder how that like transition really happened because that's what it was for a while. Then people started putting out parts where they weren't pushing Mongo. Because I feel like when you look at old parts, like if you look at old street parts, like,
yeah, it's okay.
Everybody was pushing Mongo switch.
Yeah, if you're gonna go switch, you just push
when did
Mongo.
that transition happen?
Probably when the baggy pants went away, when the baggy pants started going away, and the style started becoming more about style. I think is
Maybe yeah.
is-
I feel
is
like
when it started
you
happening.
got to have baggy pants if you push Mongo switch.
Yeah,
I feel like it would look weird. Like imagine skinny jeans, like
yeah. Then you just look weird. Then you look like you're pushing Mongo.
right.
Whereas like if you got baggy pants, you're just like, oh, he's pushing switch. If you got tight pants, you're like, look at
Man,
that. fucking
skateboard
guy's
logic
pushing
is
Mongo.
just hilarious. But I totally get what you're saying. It
We're
makes
so
sense.
we're like the most accepting, judgmental people.
Honestly, man.
Oh man. All right. So any other cool Instagram clips on here? Oh, that's cool. That's at Elk Grove.
Yeah, it's at the Elk Grove Park.
You skate a lot. It must be nice to work for yourself, huh?
Nah, honestly, I really like don't skate that much. I mean, what is this? 26 weeks ago? Yeah, it's not that much, man. I try to get out once a week. That's like my thing. Like if I can get out and skate once a week, I'm stoked. But I get it's more like I get nervous sometimes skating because if I get hurt.
Oh yeah.
Who's gonna work? I'm in the process of I'm hoping to bring some people into our team. My girlfriend's been helping me out. Vanessa, she's been helping me out.
No other
But she
employees
works
though?
full-time. No, not
Have you
the
tried any other employees?
No, not yet. Oh, I'm kind of trying to create more of a foundation before I bring someone in. I
feel
want
it.
it to be like, because I mean, I could bring someone in just to help like clean screens or print when I have a job set up, but I want to have it set up like good when they come in, so it's not just all over the place.
Yeah.
Have a little handbook made. I've been kind of working on making that and just so people have stuff for reference.
Yeah.
So it's not too much like, I mean, obviously I'm going to show people how to do things and there's going to be questions, but I want to have like resources where it
That's
people can kind of see and
commendable.
and
So-
also I want to get some more screens and buy stuff before I bring anyone in.
All right. So how big are you trying to take it? Where are your future goals with the business?
Well, I'm hoping because right now, I mean, we're in a 1,000 square foot place, not the biggest spot, but I mean, it's a lot
big
bigger.
enough.
It's a lot bigger than a corner of my parents' garage.
Yeah.
Big
Big enough to produce.
Right. I think we're probably going to stay here for the next year or two. And then after that, because I kind of work closely with my friend Zach Dines, who does sticker frids and runs Dines Designs. We're talking about maybe eventually kind of going into a space together just to have a...
Oh,
be able to-
in-house graphic, in-house print.
Right, just to
Yeah.
have like a bigger space. Like I think we'll still have our separate, I'll still have Bun Prints and they'll have his Dines Designs and
Yeah.
sticker frids, but maybe just so we could get a bigger space.
Yeah.
Well,
and like I said, in-house design, in-house.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And
that
to
you
be able
can,
to
so that you
collab
can,
and-
you can offer design services, but not through, you could subcontract design services. So you can advertise that you offer graphic design, but
Right.
when the order comes in, it goes to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, actually, right now we kind of do offer graphic design services, but it's mainly like vectoring services.
Well, I mean, no,
You know-
what I mean is you offer you can offer all the services that Zach offers through subcontracting, just like
Right.
he can offer all the services you offer through subcontracting. So
Right,
that you're both
exactly.
advertising each other, but under your names. And then when the order comes in, the money just goes to Bun Prince, not to, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
In the
We
weeds
kind of do
business
that
shit.
sometimes right now. Like I just had a friend who dropped off a table to get he wanted to get it wrapped for stickers. He's seen if I could help him out. And I was like, hey, yeah, you know, I have Zach, and so I kind of just middleman between them and help them out. And
Exactly.
same with like shirts. He's like sent some people my way, and I've sent people his way for stickers.
And if you're
be
working under the
awesome.
same roof, it's easy.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think we watch some of those videos. Like actually, Powell Peralta, we were watching like a video the other day of their whole factory of like how they make all the boards and just
So
everything.
sick.
So sick, man. I love watching all that. But you know, yeah, it'd be cool if we could have a space where we could just have different services going on. You know.
Okay, so you're trying to go big. Do you do advertising as of now?
Yeah, we do. I do some on Instagram and a little bit on Facebook. But lately, I've been I was doing a lot of advertising last year, like paid ads. But this year, I haven't done as many just because the word of mouth has been keeping me busy enough.
You're booked enough. You don't have
Exactly. Like once business starts like slowing down a little bit more, I'm looking to start doing some more ads. But right now, I've mainly just been trying to utilize the social media outlets and
Yeah.
even a little bit on the TikTok. You know.
Yeah, I just heard this as you came in. We were talking about this a little bit. So.
You know, the TikTok. Everyone, you know, it's
Jay Biz is on the TikTok, yo.
man, I wasn't on it for a
Doing
while.
dances and printing screens, yo.
Yeah, you know, I got the twerk vids up there. You know.
Yeah, that's what's up. Do you twerk?
Nah,
do you
nah,
twerk while you? Are you twerking while you do the screen printing?
I mainly print the twerking. I'm just kidding. No.
Oh, that's cool.
No. But I'll just use it. You know, it's a extra kind of outlet, and it's like a lot of eyes are honestly on TikTok.
Yeah.
And so I don't really use.
Should
it
we
to,
start a
like,
TikTok? Should we have Cameron dance?
No, I don't think.
Dude, you know how many people want to see that? Okay. I think,
Honestly,
no,
I
I think we're
pay-
doing it. I think we're doing it. We're doing
Dude.
it. Cameron, you're
Get
dancing.
the tick. I don't really understand how the algorithm works on that with how stuff gets famous because it's so random. I feel like it's so random on TikTok. 'Cause
Well, so is Instagram. I mean, it's
true. Yeah.
It's just random.
Yeah, but like people will post something and like someone like will just get so many views on like one random video and it's just crazy to me.
Yeah,
It's like,
I wonder how they.
I really don't know how it works. I tried to figure it out. I'm like, is it how long you post? And I'll try to post like shorter videos, but I think it's just the timing of it. And then because I was telling you, I posted one video that got like 110,000 views of not really anything at all. It was just like,
well, maybe that's
points.
the ticket. Don't try.
Right.
Just take random like horrible videos.
just like the worst video. Just like drop your camera on the ground and just.
And just see what happens, you know? I mean, just take really mediocre videos.
But no, some people do really cool like TikTok screen printing videos. There's some printers I follow that just do some awesome stuff. So I'm like, wow, like it's cool to see how people kind of.
Utilize those
Yeah,
things.
it's crazy to me.
Yeah, I should probably utilize that stuff more, but
I hear you. There's such a huge outlet on Instagram. You really don't have to use these, you know, because Instagram is so like huge.
I mean, I'm starting to think that maybe I should start advertising too.
You're gonna do some ads?
Maybe, I don't know.
Hey, you know,
I've never advertised.
dude.
Never. Never.
Instagram,
Not one.
Instagram, Facebook. You can like set a limit. And
Yeah, I
you can
know.
do pretty
Yeah.
low.
Yeah, I know.
For the
No, I mean, I'm very familiar with it because I've done multiple ad campaigns for other companies.
oh, right.
So like I'm very familiar with, like I have an ad account and everything.
Nice.
But I'm saying like just for my personal business,
Dude.
not once.
People would love it, man. The podcasts are awesome. I think people would be
The
stoked.
podcast, I'm thinking about advertising for the podcast
Yeah, that's. Oh, you're talking about for the photography.
for my business, for my actual business. Never.
That would be awesome.
I've never advertised.
Well, it sounds like you stay pretty busy.
I'm
though.
that's why I never advertise because
Yeah.
I'm busy enough. But I'm starting to think that maybe I should because I'm in that same boat where I've got like a little bit too much work for me, but not enough work for two people kind of thing, you know, where like I could hire somebody right now, but
Yeah, I hear
you know,
I hear you.
I don't really
Would
have
you-
quite enough, you know, but if I start advertising, maybe I could get enough, you know, like
Yeah.
I'm in that spot right now where I'm like,
Maybe test the waters. Do like some little like $5-10 just see where.
yeah, that's not going to get you anything.
Might be
Scared
just-
money don't make money, bro.
Well, yeah, man. Just send it and do some
$5-10, you might as well just put it in an envelope and mail it to Facebook.
$10. Yeah, you know.
It's not gonna do shit for you.
Maybe. You never know.
No, I
But,
do. No, I do know.
But you should try. it.
I
Well, you
do
gotta
know
try it.
because I've done ad campaigns for other companies, and the
Right.
$10 bullshit that's like
Yeah.
gets you some views, but doesn't get you any like real results.
Yeah. If you want to get like enough work to be able to have someone else, you should just
Yeah, you got to be
Do it.
spending a couple hundreds at a time, you know, at least minimum.
And then you can target the regions too, like Sacramento area.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some pretty successful ad campaigns with other businesses
Nice.
through Facebook and Instagram, targeting specific things, video views and or bookings, things like that. But
Nice.
just for my business, I've just never taken the time to do it.
I hear you. Hey,
But for the podcast, I'm thinking about it because, you know, not very many people know about us. So,
yeah, shout it out.
you know, there's like 10 people listening. So I want to get to maybe like 15.
That'd be sick. That'd be sick. Maybe even 16, 18.
Dude, come on.
Never know.
I don't want to be disappointed, so I don't want to shoot too high.
Shoot for the stars, man. No, that'd be sick, man.
Okay, so I want to go through some more of these clips because,
This is a little mini ramp ass.
dude, where's this mini ramp?
Regency.
Dude, looks just my size.
It's in Natomas, just cruising it. But
Is it metal? Is it wood?
it's made out of wood. This park, I always wonder how it even got there because it actually says Woodward on some of the other parts of the wood and other parts of the park.
Oh, really? Somebody just.
I think we went here this day. We were skating at the other Natomas park, but there was just so many people. We were like, let's just go skate here.
Post a lot about your lady.
Oh yeah,
I bet she
Yeah,
likes.
sure.
I bet she likes that. Oh, here's some cooking.
Oh yeah, I think this is during the pandemic around
Trying
that
to do
time.
a cooking show.
Yeah, I was trying to get on the cooking, kind of like posting meal prep things because I was getting into meal prep for a while, but I've kind of like slacked off on the meal prepping lately just because of how busy the business has been.
Easiest way to chop garlic. Now let me see. This didn't look very easy.
I was showing the way that wasn't easy. I was showing the first way wasn't the easy, but now this is the easier way, where you press it with the knife and then you can like just pull the skin off.
Yeah.
And then it comes off a lot easier.
You know what the best way to chop garlic is? Not to do it at all. Just throw it in the trash.
Dude, you don't like garlic?
No, dude.
What?
No, I'm.
Oh, man, I
I'm
love
allergic.
You're allergic to garlic?
I'm allergic to garlic.
I don't know if I've ever heard anyone allergic to garlic.
How'd
you find that out?
vampires?
So you're a vampire.
Maybe. Allegedly.
Dude, maybe a wolf. Gotta watch out of those full moons, man.
No, that's silver.
Oh,
That's silver. That's not. They can eat garlic. I think. Might give them gas. I don't know. But no, yeah, I'm allergic to garlic. There's your lady again.
Yeah, I don't post too much on my like personal page these days. I feel like I mainly post on my business page.
What are you posting on? Bun prints?
Yeah, I mainly post on bun prints.
Let's check it out. What are you? What are you talking about?
That awkward moment. I'm just kidding.
That moment when you click on your friend's Instagram business page and
let's
you're
pump it to
not
1,000.
and you're not following them.
I'm almost there.
Hey, this is about that ender. Just for it's not my personal. I don't.
Right, man.
I don't spend a lot of time on this
No,
one.
it's all
Hey,
good.
if you look on my personal one, I think I'm
You're
following.
good. You're good. You're good.
And there's just some pictures of what you've been printing lately. I like it.
Yeah, man. I try to keep posts coming on there.
Whoa, that's a cool one.
Yeah, that was for Memorial recently.
Ooh. Yeah, dude.
Spot color print.
3 color.
It was actually
4,
5.
5.
It,
Oh yeah.
It's
1, 2, 3.
the shades. It's the tan like brown for the man skin. It's different than the like a little bit whiter skin for the wife, and then
right.
the brown, and then the white as well.
Oh, nice. Damn. Getting all tech with it and shit, huh?
Trying to.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's super cool.
It's so fun. Like every time I get to bring a print together, like honestly, it's just like, oh no, there's something
Yeah, dude,
about
that
the
looks really-
process of like bringing it together and figuring out like with underbases. I think when I first started printing, just like kind of figuring out the little things to help the details really
Pop.
make a
Yeah.
smoother print.
Yeah, it looks. This
know.
one, like this is like just like a pretty standard logo with like a circle and a house and a text in the middle, But
Right.
it looks super professional.
That underbase really helps because underneath what I do
what
is
does that mean?
so the underbase is kind of like when you're printing on dark garments or like any like black or darker garments. You when there's color in the design, like what I'll do is I'll print with like the white. I'll print like a screen with that. Like so, if there's white in the design, or even if there's not white, you'll kind of choke the image like in the graphic software. So you'll do like a few pixels or however many depending on the design. because the thinner designs you don't choke them as much, but you'll do it so that it kind of underlaps underneath the color. So when you set up the other color on top, it'll print over it, and so the white doesn't show. Like underneath that blue, there's actually in the stars there's white underneath.
Oh, so it helps that color pop more.
Exactly, because
Gotcha.
otherwise you'll see the vibrations of the shirt, and it just, you've probably even had shirts where there's no underbase and it's like the color's kind of more dull, or
or you can almost see through it.
exactly, you can see through it, or it'll start to crack if you try to do multiple layers to compensate for no underbase.
See, I mean, you know all kinds of techie shit.
I've been trying to figure it out.
Look
The
at
graphic designing has been
Getting into the weeds here, man. It's learning all kinds of tech shit on this show, man, about that printing.
about that printing. See, underbase right there. It was at the beginning of that.
Dude, I do a lot of live sound work with bands, and now that all that's coming back around, I'm sending them all your way.
Man, I would be so stoked. I love
Especially
getting
if
to
you're
print for
teaming
bands.
up with Dines too, with stickers and everything. Yeah, like these things, these shirts that you put out are way cooler than most of the band tees that I see on their merch tables.
Yeah, this one looks so cool.
And if you can,
it's like a three
Dude, I appreciate
wolf's
that, Cameron.
heads. Three heads of a wolf with a cool graphic over the top of them, and it's just got texture, color. It's got all kinds of cool shit looking in it.
And,
That's really
you're
cool.
local, you're not some company in the Midwest or something.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's cool getting to print for people locally. Like we have clients, like across the states, but a main amount of our supporters are more based around this area.
I gotta get some of my cards on that table, bro.
Yeah, man. I'll put a stack. Anyone who ever comes by and is like, "Hey, can I put like my cards?" I just stack them up.
Yeah, dude. And we're we're looking for sponsors for the show too. So, Sack Ramp, he printed all of. If you've been into Sack Ramp, if you've gotten anything, you print all of our stuff out there.
Shout out Sack Ramp.
Did you do the chicken and waffles ones too?
I
think he already had
I
those
think-
printed, right?
Yeah, I know he had some chicken and waffle shirts sitting around.
Yeah. Anyways, this is your space.
This is the space, and it's changing right now. I've got some shop changes that are going to be coming up in the near future.
It is cool. Some drip work.
Oh yeah, Zach
Yeah.
helped with getting. That's for my uncle's asphalt company, actually, out in Mississippi.
So here's some. He posts a lot of videos of him in action. So if you like watching, screen printing videos, satisfying screen print reveals.
Yeah,
He does a lot of those.
man, I had a garden hose when I was spraying that one out. My pressure washer, I think, broke that week on me, so I was having to spray it out with the garden hose. Took a
Dude,
little
it
longer.
worked. I wouldn't have known the difference.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have said anything to me. I didn't see anything wrong with that. Man, this is cool with all the drip work. This
I was
is
stoked on making that one come to life.
This is a really intricate design here. It's like a skeleton hand around a heart with some lettering and like blood splatter kind of all over it. There's a lot of drip. Was that one hard?
That one was a little tricky. It was a fun one to bring to life for sure. It was a little tricky with the underbase because even under those little mini specks, you wouldn't think, but there's actually
white.
a very mini underbase under all of them.
Yeah.
And
Well, just to make that red, because the red speckle and the blood splatter is like super vibrant red. It's like very, very bright. That's what I'm saying. It's a really cool design.
thanks, man.
Like-
Yeah, I love getting to see with the underbase how it really can just help bring the designs to life.
Yeah, that's super pro, dude. Now a design like this, did they bring it to you? Did you help them? How did this one come about?
Yeah. Well, this was a client. He had this already made, and then we offer vector services where we will, like, if people have a design that's already made, we'll just kind of vector.
So like
over
somebody
it.
drew it or created it on the computer.
Yeah, it's like
and then you create the lines to be able to print it.
Exactly. Like people will send us images that are logos that are like already made, like they're digital, but they'll not be in the vector format.
Correct.
And that's
Yeah.
what gets tricky with.
I just sent Zach our logo for About That Ender because I made it, but it's
Nice.
not ready, probably not ready for print or anything. So
What did you make it on?
Photoshop, but just
Yeah.
painting around and just fucking with shit. But I guarantee you it's not ready. Like if I just gave it to you, you'd probably have to do a bunch of shit to it to.
Right. Well, with the stickers, it's cool. I think with stickers, you can like Photoshop's usually pretty good quality.
Well, yes, no, but I
But,
wanted him to make it to where I can give it to you.
Oh, gotcha,
You know what
gotcha.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like I want it because I want to make t-shirts. We
Yeah, man,
we
we'd be
want to
down.
make t-shirts for the podcast.
Dude, I'll hook you up.
Yeah,
Man.
and then I wanted to do some like a couple of t-shirts or something for my business, so that I have some kind of, so I can wear something when I go shoot houses.
Right.
So I have some kind of identifying.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool.
Because I can't tell you how many times I'm like out in front of a house with a camera and a neighbor comes out and is like, "Can I help you? What are you doing here?"
Oh,
Got,
yeah.
like, a camera in my hand. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. I know eventually we're going to be getting an embroidery machine in the near future, so I'm hoping.
Yeah, I definitely would
Been,
love some of that.
Yeah, I really want to get into the embroidery. But for now, we're mainly just doing screen printing and then heat transfers.
Okay, heat transfers. What does that mean? What's the difference?
Heat transfers, we do those mainly more for kind of personal projects where people are just looking to get like 1 or 2 shirts made, maybe like a birthday celebration or something. The quality of them isn't really made to last as well as screen printed, but they're still good quality. But like people do where it's the heat transfer vinyl and then also heat transfer paper. So if
Oh,
you're
where you
gonna
take
do-
you make a sticker kind of and you put it on the shirt.
Right, exactly. Like pretty much, yeah, it's pretty much like a sticker where it gets cut out with the vinyl plotter and then it, yeah, you just press it right into the shirt. And you can do like multiple color designs, but they're not like as vibrant as screen printing, because with screen printing, honestly, screen printing really is, I think, the most vibrant type of printing, like even versus direct to garment, because it layers each one.
Wait, what was that? What was that you just said?
Direct to garment.
What does that mean? What's the difference in that?
Direct to garment, like DTG printing, it's like a machine, it's like a palette, like a screen printing, but it's like a digital printer where you put it in this and it goes in and it prints all the colors, like you can do
okay.
full
Oh,
color
gotcha.
design, but
Gotcha.
it
in
kind
one
of
in one shot.
exactly, it just lays it all at once. Versus screen printing, it's like stacking the colors and where it's
Yeah.
just a lot more vibrant.
Yeah. So screen printing's like a raw image, and the other one's like a JPEG. It's just flat.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah.
Now, direct to garment still, they can hold really good detail, but if you're like, I've seen even printers post like the difference of a screen printed item versus the direct to garment style printing of the same design, and you can see like
Really?
the colors just pop so much more. And then
Well, it's
sublimation's
the
a whole other
layers
thing
It's
too.
It's the layers.
Yeah, exactly. It's the layers.
You're throwing around a lot of big words that I don't know what they mean.
I'm still figuring them out too. I'm just kidding.
Too cool, bro. Too cool.
Oh, it's for my girlfriend's sister's nephew's birthday.
Sick.
He was turning 2, so I was like,
That's
you know,
cool.
I was like, that's
Too cool.
too cool, you know. I was like, and he looks so cool in it, man.
Does he look too cool?
Yeah, he does.
Oh man. Okay, so I asked Lucas what one of his like favorite memories from Epic was. Just
Oh my
like
gosh.
off the top of his head.
What was he talking about?
Well, you tell me. What do you think? If I just hit you up and said, what was your like like the thing that comes to the mind the most that was like this, like the most fun?
The lock-ins were really fun.
But like is there like a specific one? Because Lucas gave me a specific one.
I don't know if he dove into this one. Where we were eating those lollipop things.
No.
No, but what was he talking about?
I don't know. So what lollipops are we talking about? What happened?
Nah, man.
No.
But what was he talking
You guys were eating lollipops at Epic? Hey, you guys were minors. You weren't supposed to be doing that stuff. Allegedly. No, he
about? No comment.
he talked about a time that it was just like you and him filming, and I forget exactly what time it was, but he was just like, there was one night where you guys were like filming on the up rail, and you guys were just like, yeah, he just was like everything was working that night, and just,
I think I remember when Chris maybe was filming
Yeah.
us that one night.
Yeah.
Chris Swallow.
yeah,
Yeah, when he had that GL1, I remember one night Lucas got the Smith kickflip on that up rail. It was
that's what he was.
so
That's
good.
that's the night he was talking about.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a sick night.
Yeah,
I think I remember
He
that.
was just like everything was working, and I always wanted to do a Smith kickflip, and I did it up the rail.
Lucas,
Yeah, that's the one.
style.
That's funny that you remember that too. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was a sick night. That
Yeah.
was a really fun night.
And he like thought about it for a second, and then like was like, dude, there was this one night.
That was actually a really sick night.
I loved that up rail too. That was really fun.
God, what happened to the up rail?
I don't know. I really don't know what happened to that. I know it got moved around a bunch and like stuck in the back, and then over in the corner, and then on the side.
That was such a good. I forgot about that.
Once
up
we
rail.
got that super long one that you took home,
Yeah.
that one got kind of pushed off to the side, and people stopped skating that one because we had that super nice long flat bar.
Right. Yeah, I know. And then I have Sac Rams Bauer in it right now too. They're because I had that sitting in my parents' house, and they wanted me to like get rid of it.
Get
So I was
this
trying to
fucking-
find, I was trying to find a friend where it could just stay at their house or something. I was like, hey, might as well let Sacramp use it while
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, I'm still living in an apartment right now, so
And they use
know.
it all the time.
which is so sick to see it get used.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, my bench is over there too.
Oh yeah, I seen
I'm
that.
skating on that. Don't fucking skate my bench.
It's for sitting. I'm just kidding.
It's a bench. Well, it's just old. It's old.
The fallen bench.
Yeah, it's old. It's gonna break soon. If people keep just like jumping, especially when people go and like pop on it right in the middle.
Oh yeah, it's not made to
Yeah,
like.
dude, come on.
It's like a
man.
kind of flimsy.
yeah,
Plastic. Huh?
yeah. It's like
Dang.
don't skate it. You know,
Dang.
it got chipped at Epic, and I got all hella mad.
Oh my gosh. So that was yours. You had brought that to Epic.
Yeah, I bought it.
Oh, wow.
I bought that from 916 when they closed.
Wow.
So that was the bench that they used for in front of their shoe wall.
Mm.
And Trino, when they were closing, Trino was like, "Hey, dude, you want to buy this or whatever?" I was like, "Yep, yes." So I bought it, and then it sat on my apartment balcony for a while, and then
I think I remember at the old apartments. I
yeah,
think I remember seeing
and
it.
then I brought it down to Epic, and I forgot how I got it there. I forgot how I even fucking got it there. I don't
Yeah,
even
'cause
remember.
It's a big bench.
Yeah, I don't remember anybody that had a truck at the. Did you bring it? Because you kind of had like a Blazer at the time, right? I don't even remember how I got that bench. Yeah, I don't think that bench would even fit in your Blazer.
Maybe you just like tied it to your roof. You know?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I would never do that to my cars.
feel
But
it.
anyways, I got that bench down there somehow, and then
Dang.
somehow I got it back. I don't know how I got it back. I don't remember any of that.
I don't know. I remember when Epic had shut down. We had got some of the stuff. I remember we got the spine.
Yeah,
I was stoked on the spine.
I built that.
Yeah, you built that. Man, that spine was sick.
Is it still at your parents' house, or did you guys get rid of it?
My parents got rid of it. I wanted to bring it. I wish
I would have
that
got rid of it too if it was at my house and I didn't skate. Get this fucking thing out of here.
If when we had got rid of it, if I had known like somewhere I could have brought it, I would have brought it. But
Yeah.
at the time I didn't have anyone who was able to pick it up. Or
Yeah, because that would have been sick at Sac Ramp.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I would have brought it to.
It's just so heavy though.
It's heavy, but actually we installed trucks on the side of it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we screwed
Sick.
trucks into the side because I used to wheel it out at my parents and skate it.
Yeah.
I used to.
I remember seeing clips of you.
Yeah, I was
it.
skating it. I'd put it in the garage. You know, I was just like,
I was hyped that it was still getting skated.
yeah, man.
Like, I fucking built that thing.
It was a
Look at
little
that thing.
piece of Epic too for me. It was
That thing
kind of
outlasted Epic.
It literally did.
There's a piece of Epic right there too.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Crazy. It's crazy to think it closed down 2013.
Yeah.
November.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yes. Like
It's been like
8 years.
almost
ago.
8 years.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a trip, huh?
Yeah. See, it feels like when you say it like that, I feel like I've known you longer. But
I mean, I've known you since I was like 13,
yeah,
13 or 14.
yeah. So it closed in 2013, but we met. So no, we actually met.
Maybe
we've been
before
knowing
then.
each other for like 10 years because it was like 2010 ish when we met.
Right.
So it's been like 11.
It's been like 11 then, yeah.
Okay, so that sounds a little bit better. I was like, only 8 years? I've only known you 8 years?
No, because I mean, I knew you
Yeah,
before.
because
that.
it closed in 2013.
You think I just knew you the year
Dude,
Epic closed?
my math is so awesome, dude. I don't know if you know, but I got all A's in school.
I believe it.
I actually did.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hey,
Man.
fucker, I did.
No, I believe you.
I did. And I went to college.
Where'd you go to college? at?
Kinda.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to a small university in Tennessee called Lee University.
You were living in Tennessee. Oh, I forgot you lived
And
in
then-
Tennessee.
And then
What
I
are you
transferred from there to Simpson University in Reading.
Mm.
And that's where I played soccer.
My grandma lives in Reading.
Sweet.
Reading's cool.
Eh,
Skate
not
park.
really. Yeah.
The skate park's a little tough to skate. I heard it got built by like community members or something.
Reading's a little rough.
Yeah.
No offense to you,
Beautiful, though.
no offense to you, Concrete Lodge guys up there. I'm sure you guys have a great time, and your mini ramp looks really fun.
Oh, I heard. I saw. I've seen some posts about that actually.
Yeah, Robbie Givens, he was on the show. He's from up there.
Dang.
I just, there's not a lot to do in Reading.
Yeah, I hear you.
They're close to Shasta though, and Shasta's really cool.
Shasta's beautiful.
Lake Shasta, and they got a skate park there. It's
Skate
really
park
nice,
is
too, yeah.
super nice out
Yeah.
there. Super nice.
I was part of a Mustang club in Reading when I was out there. I had a
Mustang Club? You had a Mustang?
Yeah, I had a 5.0 that was
Oh,
all built
clean.
up. All built up.
Where's it at?
Probably in a junkyard somewhere.
Oh,
I sold it, man. I had two 5.0s that I sold.
oh dang.
Yeah, I saved them from the graveyard. Like literally the first one, I kid you not, I pushed it home.
Oh my gosh.
Like it was a guy in my neighborhood, like maybe 3 or 4 blocks from my house, and I used to see it every day on my way to school, and it was parked in a guy's driveway, and I'm a 5.0 fan, so I drive by and I see it, and I'm like, oh, sick car.
Yeah.
And then one day it was gone, and I was like, I must have sold it or something. And then like 2 months later, it was back, but then the tires were flat, and you could tell that it wasn't running. So I was like, oh, what the fuck happened with that? Like, whatever, you know. And then it was for sale. And I was like, oh, so I ran up and was like, he wanted like $1,000 for it. And I was like, I went up. I was like, hey, bro, I got 600 cash right now. And he was like, all right.
Yeah, he
And
probably
so
just wanted
I
all the
literally rolled it out of the driveway and fucking pushed it. Me and my stepdad, I was on the door fucking steering, and he was in the back, and we just like pushed it like 4 blocks.
Oh my gosh.
4 blocks home, and it sat on blocks for maybe a month and a half while we built. I just tore the engine down, rebuilt it up, and I think I had to
Sick.
redo some brakes, but the tranny was good. I redid the clutch, rebuilt the motor, and that motherfucker was hot, dude. It was a 1984 HO, which is high output, and so it had, dude, it was a savage.
Man, it'd be sick to have a Mustang.
Yeah, and then I had another one that was a friend of my parents had this old 1979 5.0, which is the first generation of the Fox body. That's like the 5.0 that you know. It's like the first year they did that. So it was a 1979, but it was a Cobra, original Cobra. And he had it. It was like his parents' car or some shit, and it was garaged, like fairly taken care of, kind of. But then he gave it to his son, and his son let it sit in an apartment complex for like 4 years just out in the sun, and like got kind of fucked up. And so the dude was like, my son moved out of the complex and left the car there, but I know the manager, and the manager's like, if you don't come pick this up, I'm going to have it towed. And he was like, I don't want it. And he's like,
Dang.
He's like, what do you got in your pocket right now? And I was just like, I'll give you $100 for it. And he's like, shoot, go get it. So literally my stepdad and I went and got it. Like, it hadn't been ran in a while, so we like put a little bit of gas in it, like fired it up and got it running. And literally it ran like well, I had to drive it home, and it drove like 3 or 4 blocks and then broke down. And then we had to like put some starting fluid in the carburetor and get it fired up again, and like ran like 3 blocks. Like, I mean, it took us like 2 hours to get it home.
Wow.
But then again, you know, ripped it apart, rebuilt it, and fucking savage fucking Cobra, dude. It was so sick. Man. But, you know, you have kids, and then you're like, I can't afford the extra car that gets literally 6 to 7 miles to the gallon. I mean, 6 to 7 miles to the gallon.
Seriously?
Seriously, like you step on the
Wow.
gas and you watch the gas gauge just like slow. You can like watch it go down. Fuck, man. Put just enough gas in it to get to the next gas station.
Oh my god. man, that's how it's about to be right now with how gas is going. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
well, at the time when I had those, gas was pretty expensive. It
Yeah.
was like pretty crazy expensive, and I just like was working like a shitty job, didn't have a whole lot of money, and I had 2 vehicles, and I'm like, what? Come on.
Yeah,
man.
2
Like,
vehicles can get
do I need a
tricky.
fucking hot rod right now? Like I'm like trying to figure out how we're gonna pay for groceries, and I'm like, I got like a hella nice ass hot rod sitting over here. Like, get rid of it, dude.
Rent it out?
It wasn't that nice.
I hear you.
All my cars have been rat rods, where you look at them and you're like, because I never did paint or anything on the outside. I always let them stay the way they looked on the outside, but completely rebuilt the motor. So like,
At least the inside was good, though.
yeah, I mean, you'd see the car and you're like, it was a whatever kind of average beat up kind of car. And then it would start and it would turn everybody's head. Whoa, what the
Nice.
fuck? You know, like sitting at a light and the whole car is just like,
Man,
that's where I was. I didn't give a fuck about the paint. Let me make this motherfucker hot off the line.
I hear you, man. That's
Plus, those nice cars are the ones that get stolen.
true.
You got nice wheels and nice paint on your shit, somebody's gonna fuck it up.
Someone's got fucking it.
Someone's gonna key it or steal it.
Right. Yeah, honestly.
You got a shitty little rat rod, they're not even gonna look at it. They're just gonna look right past it.
Smart, man.
Yeah.
Smart.
Well, that's my 2 cents on that. So, all right, man. Well, shit. You got anything else coming up? Anything else you want to advertise? You working on a skate part yet? With your mystery filmer, you said.
Yeah, myself. I'm just kidding. Nah, I've recently got a new camera, so I'm hoping to start kind of just upping the content for the business and just everything because, I mean, I shoot everything right now. I'll show you guys. I got a you know, basic little iPhone SE.
That's where the magic happens. You see that, people?
You know,
hard work pays
bam.
off. Hard work pays off.
Yeah, hard work pays off. You know, you get some okay photos and put some filters, you know. No. I'm hoping to start just kind of taking the content to a next level.
Mhm.
That's what I'm mainly kind of trying to do, like behind the scenes right now, and just kind of work on that. Start maybe getting back on YouTube as well.
Yeah. Get
You
that J vlog going.
Yeah, I've kind of been trying to figure out what to do with all that. Because I was starting to do J-vlogging, but I decided I should probably separate everything and not do it all in the same thing with like my skating and just, you know, filming. And then if I decided to want to do cooking things eventually.
I don't know though. It should. I mean, it could.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think it should all encompass your life. It's a vlog, so
Right.
it should be all the things that you do.
Right.
And in fact, I think, you know, that's one of the main reasons why Joe Rogan is so successful, because he doesn't try to tailor his show in one direction or the other. He just talks about everything, and he's just him. It's just him. This is everything that I do, everything that I'm interested in.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. That's
So
what
I
I've been
think-
trying to figure out.
I think if you just encompass it all under one, you know what I mean? Obviously keep your business separate, but for like the J vlog, it's just a vlog. So it's a video blog. It's what you're doing that day. It's what you're interested in that week. It's
right. No,
you know,
totally. Yeah.
and you're an interesting guy. You have a good take on things, and you got a good head on your shoulders. So I think if you just keep doing that, it'll be a good outlet to, you know, not only advertise your business, but also inadvertently advertise your business, because you're showing people what kind of person you are. So then people are just going to naturally want to work either with you or get, you know, for you or whatever.
Hopefully.
So I think what you're doing with that is in the right direction. Just keep doing, you know what I mean, what feels right.
Right. Yeah. No, that's what I've been trying to just figure out and just start. Yeah, with the content though, I think it'll be nice to start taking pictures with like a normal camera and start getting more like,
Yeah.
you know, just because I mean it's nice being able to take stuff on your phone. It's quick and it's easy, but
the clarity of a camera.
Exactly.
is,
I want to
yeah.
start putting more work into that, because I feel like the quality of the work I'm doing, you know, I want to display it
Yeah.
the best I can
Mhm.
with just like, with photography and, you know, videography as well too. And that's why I'm hoping once I start bringing people in, be able to get some better shots too with like videos.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because it's hard to film things by yourself.
Yeah. Tripods only do a certain amount.
Right. You know, some of those angles, like you really just need someone to like.
Well, and movement's always awesome, and you know, having just a static angle's like cool, but to be able to have movement in the shot.
Yeah, like I follow a lot of different print shops too that just take some, you know, amazing photos. So I love seeing the content that people put out, and I'm like, man, I need to figure out how to take, you know, different kind of content, you know.
Yeah, but you're doing pretty good, bro. Doing pretty good.
Appreciate it, man.
And like I said, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of where you're heading. I'm proud of what you've done. And I'm super excited to see, you know, where it goes from here.
Yeah, I want to start with the bun prints. We want to eventually kind of try to get more involved as well, just in like kind of the local communities with, you know, doing things, because I mean, owning it as a skateboarder, I want to be able to kind of support, you know, things that I'm into as well, you know, with it, and kind of like bring up the communities that I'm, you know, interested in, you know, giving back to, with like, you know, even just teaming up with local skate shops, or, you know, doing,
For sure.
you know, because we work kind of with Abstract as well a little bit. We recently did a 420 kind of release shirt for them, and yeah, it'd be cool to even, you know, just kind of work with different
Dude, it'd be good to have
people
you
around.
have you providing for all the shops in the area.
That would be awesome.
That'd be sick, dude.
That'd be
And
awesome.
a lot of the local bands on top of that too.
Yeah, dude.
Local bands, man.
They need it.
I've only printed, I think I printed for the Gels, like this band in Folsom, and I think that's really
Well, I hope you're ready,
the only
because
band.
he's
They're
not
coming.
he's not joking. As soon as that live sound starts kicking off, he's gonna be he's gonna need a stack of your cards.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I have some in the car, so I can definitely hook you up. That would be awesome. It's cool getting to work with bands, because a lot of bands, I feel like people are artists as well, kind of in the bands.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Well,
Like,
and they bring you
know,
cool looking shit.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love getting to. I mean, we'll print anything as long as it's not offensive, you know. Obviously, but yeah, it's cool getting to work with like different type of designs, you know.
Yeah, and you never know if that band takes off, bro.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, yeah, we haven't worked with that many bands, so I haven't really seen that that side of, yeah. But I'm sure, I mean, the big bands that sell, you know, thousands of merch, you know,
Yeah, we're gonna get that first 10,000 unit order in.
Let's go, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping to be able to move into a bigger space so I can get an automatic press eventually. That's what will be the ticket, because right now I'm printing on a manual 6-color 4-station, which has definitely increased production from. I started on a 4-color 1-station, just basic press. Couldn't really even hold registration. Like, dude, man, I would jimmy rig jobs. So like, I remember even like sticking these like metal spatulas behind the screen sometimes, because like when I was first setting up, like, I mean, when you go and you print a design, you have it on your graphic software and you separate each color, and then you have little registration marks on them. And then when you print it out, you line them up on the screen. So say I go like 5 inches over by 3.5 down. That's where like the middle dot on the left corner of the screen or of the film would be. So you line each of those colors up as they layer on top. But when I first started, I was kind of off when I was doing it. So I remember going to set up jobs, and I didn't realize that like a 1/4 of an inch would really make a big difference, or a 1/2 inch when you're setting the screens up. And so I would like be trying to pull the screen up and then put stuff behind it to try to, man, it was like, and then you check too to see where it's at, like, because like with the film positives, like you'll kind of tape them on the press, and then you'll line each screen up on top, and then you'll tighten it. But then when you tighten it, you have to check that it actually didn't like move.
Yeah,
because that's the most annoying thing, is like you'll think you got it all good, you're like, oh,
shifted just a sec. Yeah,
literally. Especially my first press would do it all. Even my new one though, my new one has a lot of micro registration, so now there's all these different parts I have to learn to tighten, and so it's been just like trial and error. I mean, I've had jobs that I was like, okay, this job's gonna take a couple hours, an hour to set up. Spent like 6-7 hours and then didn't even set up. I've slept in the warehouse before, just trying to like wake up the next morning to meet deadlines. Like
that's the grind though, bro. It's
been the hardest part of it, like quoting deadlines.
Yeah,
and I'm still working on that for my clients that we have missed them. But most of the time we stay pretty good with our deadlines, but it's when personal life comes into play is what will happen, because it's like, I'll be, okay, this is going to take 2 weeks, but then like things come up in my normal life where I'm like, oh, I need to do this. I need to do this, I need to go grocery shop. I need to
sacrifices
laundry, I don't have a laundry machine in my apartment. So that's,
luckily my wife handles most of that stuff for me, so I can focus on.
And you got one in your house too,
main shit.
Man. That's
a wife. Yeah, I got a wife in my house.
Funny.
Oh, washing machine. Washing machine. Yeah,
laundry machine.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, it would be nice to have one of those.
A wife? Washing machine. Washing machine.
Funny guy. Funny guy. But no, man, yeah, it's fun. The process is fun. But yeah, lining up the screens with the new press is better for sure. The old one, it was just, man. When people would come at me and they want like a 4-color design, because I would advertise like, oh, we can do up to 4 colors.
It's like, yeah, I can do it. The sweat just starts coming.
But yeah,
I can do it.
Honestly, the designs where they didn't overlap super hard were usually stayed pretty good.
Yeah.
But the ones where I'm like, it needs to be like, I'm like, man, like, I'd just be struggling.
Trial and error, man. These are the stories that you'll tell, down the line once you're rolling and somebody's working for you, and they're like, how do you? And you're like, man, it's one time.
Man, yeah, things are always, there's so many, it's so like tedious. Like even when you set up a job, you really have to check for pinholes too. Like there's little dots in the emulsion when you spray it out, like sometimes get sprayed out of the screen. So you'll go to print, like say you'll print 20 shirts, and then you don't notice this little speck is like coming through of ink on the shirt. Like you really have to like hold it up to the light and like not even analyze it for like a second. You have to like really look at it for a minute, because I'll still sometimes occasionally like not see it right off the bat. Not
there'll just be like one dot of color that's isn't supposed to be there.
They have little guns where you can spray it out, but I mean we try our best to always make sure before beginning production.
Who wants to do that shit?
Yeah, no, exactly. You always want to like really just even to like, I'll take like 4 or 5 minutes to really just like look, be like, okay, it's all good. And then checking the screen too, because when you tape up the screen, sometimes the emulsion isn't all the way, like when you coat it with the emulsion, you don't usually do the whole thing. You'll leave a little bit, but sometimes the ink can come through on it, and that's when it's like, oh my god, because you'll have your job will be good, dude. you'll be printing the job good, everything's good, and then all of a sudden ink just like a full line, and you're just like, dude. And like that's why we try to order sometimes extra garments in case things happen. But our consistency has gotten a lot better.
How many shirts do you have just thrown in the corner?
Oh man, but we do actually, we try to be like, it's eco-friendly with everything, and anytime there's a misprint or anything, we reuse the shirts as rags. Okay. And same for like sweaters, because man,
how many bags of rags do you
have? Man, we got this container. I have this container that's like almost the size of this table, but it's like this tall, fully full of rags, and then I have another bin with some too.
Well, you could.
I recycle them though.
So you could donate too, right? You could like take take them to like the thrift store or like whatever, just like
You know, I've
because
thought
they're
about
shirts.
that.
I mean, they're still wearable shirts.
Exactly. I've thought about that, but sometimes like the print, like I mean, when you have a huge spot of ink or it looks bad, it's like I don't really want to give thrift store shirts that like even if someone getting that'd be stoked, they might just be like, man, like
You know what you should do?
I don't know.
is keep like a bag in your car, and when you see homeless dudes like on the freeway overpass,
Right.
just be like, hey, bro, you want some clean shirts?
honestly, yeah,
And just like
that'd
be like,
cool.
hey, I do a printing thing where I'm like, I fuck up shirts, and if do you want some clean shirts?
Yeah, honestly, that would be really cool to do.
Because then they'd be like, I mean,
yeah,
dude.
homeless people, yeah,
I'll take a shirt.
that would be cool to do. That would be awesome.
Yeah, if you got that, if you have that many, just take like a couple that like aren't too bad, but like
Right.
maybe just like the dot ones.
Right. Well, a lot of them have been kind of. They're actually. I probably have maybe some recent ones. We don't really get as many mess ups now.
Getting
as
better
much.
at it.
Yeah, I'm getting better at not messing up as much, but things can still happen, you know. But I've cut a lot of them up, and what I'll do is I'll use them to wipe a lot of
Oh,
ink,
yeah.
and so it's like I mean I spray a lot of chemicals on these, and
fuck
so I
that,
wouldn't
yeah.
want to like. Get
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But when
yeah.
there is that, actually, honestly, I'll probably do that maybe in the future because I have so many now where I'm like not really trying to get too many more because I reuse them.
Yeah.
I'll take them to a laundry mat. And honestly, the process, I have video. I'm actually probably going to make like a little TikTok or something of it, of how I recycle them because like what I'll do is I'll shove them all like in bags. Like when they're dirty, I have like dirty laundry things at the shop, but then we'll just put them in bags until I have enough dirty to go to the laundromat. And before I take them to the laundromat, because some of them, like when I'm cleaning up a job on the
got,
screen,
like,
like it'll
paint.
be gunked with
Yeah.
ink. So I don't want to just
put
take
that
it
in the washing machine.
I'll clog up my washout booth. I'll clog it, put some plastic at the bottom, and then I'll fill it with like a bunch of just like chemical, like bleach and different things to try to dissolve some of the man, it is nasty. That's
Yeah.
definitely part of the nasty part of it, but it's worth it because rather than just dumping it all into the trash or just throwing it or just using a bunch of paper towels too.
Yeah.
We don't use any paper towels in the shop at all.
That's good.
Because it's just like when I first started, I was using those like blue mechanic kind of towels because I was kind of recommended to use those and they did good, but I just hated seeing how wasteful it was and it's money. And I'm like, you know
Yeah,
what?
those are expensive.
Yeah, and they really don't absorb. I mean, they absorb pretty good, but shirts, fabrics actually do a really good job too. But yeah, when I get them in the washout booth, I'll just wring them out a bunch and then I'll put them in the bin and they'll all be kind of wet. But then I'll take it to the laundromat and it hasn't messed up the laundry machines yet.
Well, that's good that you're eco-friendly.
Try to be eco-friendly as
Yeah.
we can, especially with like printing mainly plastisol. Because most of the inks I use are plastisol based. I recently, like these shirts, I'm going to give you one before you leave. I printed water base. There's some of my first actual like production water based shirts. So I was gonna actually earlier. I was gonna try to maybe see if we could wash a couple in the laundry machine just to make sure that the design doesn't. Because I was gonna wash it last night, but
I'll
was
check
at the
them out and
shop
see.
late.
I'll check them out and see how they do.
Yeah, but I think it should be good. I have an infrared curing, and that's why a lot of print shops don't offer water based. Is if you don't have a dryer that can do infrared curing, it won't cure the ink. It's like
It'll
a
just
lot
wash
hard.
out in the machine.
Yeah, it's,
throw the
it's
washer
super
and
hard.
it's gone.
Literally, yeah, it's really hard to cure water-based inks, and that's a little bit of the downside. But I mean, it's worth it when it's it is more eco-friendly because plastisol is plastic-based, so it's
Yeah.
not the best for
Yeah,
the.
it won't break down as well.
Yeah, exactly. And they're more like kind of vintage, like those like old school kind of vintage shirts where it's
Yeah.
like the ink is like more into the shirt. That's also
Yeah.
what's nice about water-based. It's not
Like soaks into the shirt.
yeah, like this actually is plastisol right here, but yeah, the water-based it's more soaked into the shirt.
Sick.
But yeah, just figuring out little things,
Tips of the
try
trade,
to
bro.
save money where it can.
Tips and tricks. That's all small business is man. Is just constantly trying to find tips and tricks on how to either save time or save money,
Yeah, exactly.
or make more money or make more time.
exactly making time. Yeah,
Just
definitely
always-
speeding up production,
It's always about time and money with small business.
dude. Totally, man. Especially with mainly just running it by myself right now. I try to figure out, just like the fastest way to do everything. It's definitely been trial and error.
Yeah, how efficient can you be in one day? That's like I've taken that challenge many times.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, but sometimes it can get stressful for sure. But-
Yeah, especially when it's weird being a small business owner. Is it's stressful when it's like super duper busy or super duper slow.
Right.
Like the
yeah.
in between, like the average days, you're like just cruising.
Mm-hmm.
You got like 6 to 7 hours worth of work, you're good.
Yeah.
But it's those days that you have like either 12 hours, 14 hours of work that day, or no hours of work.
Oh
You're
yeah,
like
no,
pulling your
that's
hair
stressful.
out, pulling your hair out both the way, you know, you're just like,
That's how, like, in the very beginning, I think the first like few months was the most stressful. Like from September to December, like honestly was looking kind of, I wouldn't say grim, but I was like,
you can say grim, it's okay.
yeah, I was just like it was just, I was just like, I need to just keep going. And well, I think the problem was for me was when I was printing in my parents' garage, I wasn't charging that much for my orders. Like I kind of looked
Yeah.
online and kind of see what people were charging, but I was probably doing it cheaper than other print shops maybe, or I don't know. I wasn't,
Well, you didn't know your worth yet.
exactly. Yeah, I was still pretty new, so I wasn't trying to be like too expensive because people might complain more if the
Oh,
print's not, you know,
yeah.
because people, I mean, getting prints, they knew I was new in this, you know, because I'm pretty personal when I talk with my clients and everything. But yeah, just figuring out the pricing was the hardest part because the first few months, I think I was like charging I was pretty much charging enough to pay the rent, but then I was like barely having enough to even like pay my rent at the apartment after. So I'm like, dude, like.
And don't forget, you need some profit too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, in the beginning, I wasn't trying to be too fiendy for that, but it was like, yeah, just trying to figure out how to, like to charge where it's profitable for the business. And actually, Ryonet, which is like a kind of like a screen printing company platform, they kind of run a big amount of the screen printing industry. They have a profit calculator on their website that helped me a lot figure out like, because you can plug in like your overhead and you know, your cost per shirt and just like kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
all the different things that go
Profit
in to
calculator.
see like how much you should make. And then I did that and I was like, oh my gosh, I was like seeing that I was like charging pretty much just enough to pay the rent.
Dude, when I
I was
look
like,
back
oh,
on
man.
some of the videos or events or things that I've done, like commercials I've shot for people,
Mm-hmm.
and what I charged them, like, bro, like I
Same
did
thing
that.
happened?
Like, oh my god, I gave you like $5,000 worth of work for like $700. Like, oh my god, I'm fucking god.
Dude, yeah, it's definitely like a moment for sure. But you learn from it. You know, I'm sure you've learned a lot from the years because I mean, you've been working for yourself since pretty much since Epic, right?
Yeah.
Or I mean, you were working with Board Warrior. I know.
Basically, like
and-
2016 is when I officially opened up my own thing.
Right.
But you know, 2013 is when I started with Board Warrior. So 2013, I've been a full-time photographer, videographer. I mean, technically
Nice.
working for myself, but I was in a business with partners. So yes, I was
Right.
working for myself with other people. But you know, 2016/17 is when I like really started kind of doing things on my own.
That's cool. That was probably a cool transition though to see like, okay, like, you know, you probably learned from some of the mistakes maybe they made or something.
Oh, big
you
time.
know? So you were like, okay, when I do my thing, I know what to do now. You know.
Big time. Yeah, I learned quite a bit from working with those people. All positive, you know what I mean? Like I loved those people. They helped me a lot.
Right, no.
You know, they helped me give me my start and they were all great people. But just the business we were in wasn't suited for that kind of partnership. And it was just never going to be successful in that dynamic, you know.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Without going into too many details, it's just, you know,
So awesome platform to be able to like, and two, to make it where, yeah, you didn't just have to go get like a normal basic, you know, 9 to 5 or something, you know?
yeah, I mean, they did, I guess, provide a little bit, but no, I wasn't really paying the bills.
Yeah, it like wasn't enough though for.
No, not nearly enough. I mean, I was in trying to build a business, you know what I mean? I made, you know, $500 or $600 a month for like a whole year.
Oh yeah, that's hard.
Yeah. Like
That's
literally like $500 or $600 a month for the whole month.
Damn, yeah. Well, I mean, back then maybe rent was a little bit easier, cheaper because now I know it's
wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, I feel
But,
it. I feel it.
Luckily, Crystal had a job.
Right.
Crystal was working at the state, so we had a cushion that at least the rent was paid. We didn't have hardly any money at all, but at least the rent was paid. You know, and you know.
No, I hear you.
So while they did provide a platform for me to learn, I provided a lot of things for myself
You probably got a lot of skills, and that's good. You were able to kind of just get out when you did. Then
Oh, I
start
had
doing your
to.
own
I
thing.
had to get out because it was never going to be successful in a partnership. It just, it just never was going to be there. So I had to break out on my own, and that was super terrifying because in the partnership, I had somebody who was in charge of sales. I had somebody who was in charge of accounting, and I didn't have to worry about any of that stuff. But they weren't doing their job, which is why we were not succeeding.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I'm going to take it over.
Nice.
And now I'm succeeding because I'm
Yes.
doing it the way that I wanted to do it. And I'm not doing it always the right way, and I'm not making $1 million a year yet, but I'm successful enough.
But you're building a foundation.
Yeah,
And that's what it's all about. It's like with, like people, can start businesses, people, in their, 50s, 60s, even starting businesses, people. So it's like, I think when you're building, a foundation of if you're into what you're doing, I think in time, like,
Oh, absolutely.
good things are going to come,
Yeah. And just on paper, just business wise, if I was talking to an investor, my business has had steady growth every single year. So,
Nice.
So every single year, I have not backtracked. I have never backtracked below what I've made the previous year, and I've always,
Nice.
I've always gone, anywhere from 10 to 20% growth every single year.
Nice.
So with those numbers, I'm happy.
That's super important. That's super important, especially even like during this last year where it was like the most challenging year for, I think, everybody, honestly. No matter what you were doing, I feel like last year was,
Yeah.
I mean, some jobs, I guess, stayed the same-ish, but honestly, I feel like most got stressful, even if it was like you were out of work or if you're working. So like
Yeah.
imagine even just say you're working like some normal grocery job. Like last year is probably like, oh my gosh, like,
Yeah.
because it really showed how much we really do depend on our, grocery workers. They're just as important as our people in the hospitals and everything, because they're,
Yeah.
keeping it going. Yeah. So I feel like last year, but with doing your own business, definitely, it's like, last year is a lot more stressful. Definitely.
Kind of. Yeah.
I know.
We had the time to do it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Actually, yeah, that is true.
All right, man. I think we're gonna wrap it up. Is not really anything else to promote, right? Because we talked about your business. So if you guys are looking for any kind of printing services,
Yes.
any kind of stickers, any kind of shirts, any kind of hoodies, jackets, whatever, right?
Yeah, stickers. Yeah, I can send them sticker Fritz.
Yeah, because he's got
over
Zach
Sticker
right
Fritz.
next door, right? So you
Yeah,
can,
we're in the same business.
you guys can
complex.
handle any kind of like logo creation, sticker design.
And he's starting to do window decals. I saw that video you helped him
Yeah.
put together. It was actually really cool.
Yeah, just it's what I do.
It looked cool though.
Okay, so yeah, you can follow him. His personal is at Jordan Bunnell, but make sure you follow his business at Bun Prints. That's 2 N's, Bun Prints. And go give him some patronage. Go give him some send some shirts his way. I'm sure you have either a side hustle, you got an event coming up, somebody who needs some clothing printed. Hit him up. Make sure to follow us on all platforms. About That Ender, like, subscribe, follow, rate, all that fun jazz.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Dude, thanks for coming.
Very stoked to get
again,
to
like I
check it
said,
out.
one of my favorite human beings. So of course I had to have you on, whether you had a video part or not. I had to have you on, bro. I'm proud of your business. I'm proud of you. Looking forward to where you go from here.
Appreciate that, man.
All right, man.
Likewise.
That's it. And we're out.
All right. Peace.